Both sides of the story. Both sides of the story, highlighting the positive role of the Jamaican diaspora. Both sides of the story.
We always need to hear both sides of the story. Both sides of the story.
Time now for Both Sides of the Story on Power 106 FM. We will not take sides, but we listen to your side. Join us as we explore the issues, present the facts, speak with the experts, and as always, listen to both sides. What's your story? Tell us on Both Sides of the Story. 922-4112, 922-4113, 922-4114, and 922-4115. You can listen to Both Sides of the Story on the Gleaner's website, www.go-jamaica.com, on your mobile phones at tunein.com or nobex.com, or by dialing 832-551-5045 or 213-493-0133 in the USA. If you're in the UK, you can dial 020-3519-0145, and in Germany, 051-180-904044. Our email address is bothsides106@live.com, and you can join us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, or look us up on Skype. We look forward to receiving your instant messages on MSN or Yahoo, and your text messages on 365-3346. Remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. So stay with us as we listen to both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Both sides of the story.
Knowledge is power. Class is in session. Power 106.
Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
You don't see the writing on the wall. Guess my moving straight ahead and you it all. But maybe sometime if you feel the pain, you'll find you're all alone. Everything has changed. Play the game. You know you can quit until it's won. Soldier on, only you can do what must be done. You know it's no way you're not like me. You're just a prisoner, and you're trying to break free. I can see the horizon underneath your blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Put a bigger man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Send down those fires. Burn enough. Don't know just how far that I can go. Soon be home. Only just a few miles down the road. I can make it. I know I can. You broke the boy in me, but you won't break the man. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Send down those fire. I can climb the highest mountain. Cross the wildest sea. I can feel that atmosphere burning in me. Burning in me. Just once in his life, a man has his time. And my time is now. I'm coming alive. I can hear the music playing. I can see the banners flying. Feel like I'm back again. I love my and high. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wings. Take me where my future's lying. Send down those fire. I can see it through horizon. Underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion. All I need is a pair of wings. Take me where my future's lying. Send down those fire. I can climb the highest mountain. I can cross the boundless sea. I can feel that atmosphere burning in me. Burning. Burning in me. I can feel it burning. Inside of me.
It's the 29th day of the 12th and final month of this leap year, 2020, the International Year of the Nurse and the Midwife. 2020 is also the International Year of Plant Health, and without a doubt, the year of COVID-19. In fact, it's been 294 days since the first confirmed COVID-19 case in Jamaica. 286 days since the first COVID-19 death was recorded in Jamaica. It's the 364th day of 2020, which means we're a couple days away from 2021. And this is the 252nd edition of both sides of the story for 2020. Hoy es martes, el 29 de diciembre 2020. Y les saludamos en cualquier parte del mundo que nos están escuchando en este momento. Estamos muy agradecidos por el don de la vida y el privilegio de servirles en otra edición de su programa Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia. Nunca vamos a tomar su audiencia por sentado porque sabemos que ustedes tienen otras opciones. Y esta es la razón por la cual jamás olvidamos darle las gracias por elegir Both Sides of the Story, ambos lados de la historia, de lunes a viernes desde las 2 hasta las 5 de la tarde, aquí en Power 106 FM. La misión continúa para educar, capacitar, iluminar y estimular el espíritu empresarial. Bienvenidos. C'est mardi le 29 décembre 2020 et nous vous saluons tous qui nous écoutez où que vous soyez dans le monde. Nous sommes reconnaissants du don de la vie ainsi que du privilège d'être à votre service pour une nouvelle édition de votre programme Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre. Nous ne considérons pas votre fidélité comme l'un de soi parce que nous savons que vous avez l'embarras du choix. C'est pourquoi nous n'oublions jamais de vous remercier de choisir d'écouter Both Sides of the Story, le pour et le contre, du lundi au vendredi de 2h à 5h de l'après-midi sur notre antenne Power 106 FM. Nous continuons notre mission d'éduquer, d'habiliter, d'éclairer et d'encourager l'esprit d'entreprise. Bienvenue. All we're saying is it's Tuesday, the 29th of December, 2020, and we greet you well, wherever in the world you are listening to us right now. We remain eternally grateful for the gift of life and the privilege to serve you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story. We don't ever take your listenership for granted because we know you have choices. And that's why we never, ever forget to remember to say thanks for choosing to listen to Both Sides of the Story, Monday to Friday, 2 to 5, right here on Power 106 FM. The mission continues to educate, empower, enlighten, and encourage entrepreneurship. Welcome.
You don't see the writing on the wall.
Good afternoon to those of you listening to us on 106.1, 106.3, 106.5, 106.7, and 106.9. From Morant Point to Negril Point, from the Goat Islands to Galena Point, this is Power 106 FM, serving Jamaica and the diaspora. Hello to those of us tuned in on the Gleaner's website, go-jamaica.com. Subscribers to onespotmedia.com also have access to Both Sides of the Story in particular and Power 106 FM in general. We thank you if you have dialed one of the two designated numbers to listen to Power 106 FM from the United States and the United Kingdom. Those in the USA who wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM can call 631-359-8281. 631-359-8281. If you're in the United Kingdom and you wish to dial a number to listen to Power 106 FM, your number is 0330-606-0953. 0330-606-0953. And we're all over social media, Facebook. In fact, we're streaming live video on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook. In the search box atop the page, type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you'll be able to see what's happening here on both sides of the story. Power 106 FM, not just to be able to hear, but you'll be able to see what's happening in the studios, like those watching us on YouTube as well. You can go to YouTube, youtube.com. You should see the video trending. If you don't see it, in the search box on YouTube, type DERVAN MALCOLM, and you'll be able to watch what's happening in the studios of Power 106 FM. We thank those of you who have found other means of listening. Thank you very much for tuning in. There's more after the break.
The European Union has been partnering with the Jamaican government to improve access to justice and has provided ICT equipment to 78 courtrooms to further modernize court proceedings. The time by the European Union is
2:15.
Farmers, come for a candid conversation with the Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Floyd Green. Learn more about the agricultural sector and the role we all play in its development. That's a morning with the minister every second and fourth Friday of every month during Farm Talk with Alfie McKenzie, right here on Power 106 FM. COVID-19 has effectively changed our way of life, and to combat the pandemic, it's crucial that we focus on cutting-edge strategies to maintain proper sanitization, hygiene, and public health. Learn more about these cutting-edge strategies and get vital information that can help the individual and various sectors of society operate and thrive in the new normal by listening to the feature Maintenance Matters, airing every other Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. during Power Talk with Ronnie Thwaites. Maintenance Matters is brought to you by Manpower and Maintenance Services Limited, with head offices at 1 Eureka Road, Kingston 5. Telephone 876-920-4721-5. Manpower and Maintenance Services Limited. Get more than clean, get hygiene. That's Maintenance Matters during Power Talk, every other Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Yes, man. Moving straight ahead and you know. But maybe sometime if you feel the pain, you'll find you're all alone. Everything has changed. Play the game. You know you can quit until it's won. Soldier on.
We started out this afternoon with the poetry of William Ernest Henley. William Ernest Henley. Invictus. 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 The title of the piece at the top of the program by William Ernest Henley. And we combined that with John Parr's St. Elmo's Fire. We thank you once again for tuning in, and we look forward to your full participation. What's on your mind this afternoon? The lines are open, 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. Our text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, but your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes, and indeed you can call us directly on WhatsApp. That number is 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. And we're going to clear some of these messages right now. Inez Campbell-Brown in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Hello to you. Thank you very much for tuning in. She says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan and viewers. It's always a pleasure to be in your company because knowledge is power. Thank you, Inez Campbell-Brown. Michael Raffington says, good afternoon, Brother Malcolm and all listeners to Power 106. Let's lend a helping hand to someone in need. Our conscience will reward us for it. Thanks for that reminder, Michael Raffington. As we indicated yesterday, no one should go hungry or should be allowed or should have cause to go hungry, because those of us who are able will reach out to those who are in need. So the priority number one, no one should go hungry. And then we can ratchet it up from there. We can take it from there. Thank you, Michael Raffington, for that timely reminder. Cherry Henry says, good afternoon, Mr. Dervan. I always enjoy your program. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Cherry Henry. All the very best to you and yours. Thank you. We missed a couple of messages yesterday. We did ask the question, what will it take to make Jamaica a more prosperous country in 2021 and beyond? What will it take to make Jamaica a more prosperous country in 2021 and beyond? COVID-19 notwithstanding. And we did see a response from Errol in Spanish Town, who says, he says, Dervan, what can we do to make Jamaica prosperous again? We need to start production again. Imagine we are now buying down to clothespins and our own Jamaican flags from China. Why can't we make our own? It's a real shame on us. We must do better than this. Errol in Spanish Town. Thank you very much, Errol in Spanish Town. A little later on, we'll take that point a step further. Thank you very much for your message on WhatsApp, 876-365-3346. Hello to Rose McIntosh. She says, good afternoon, Dervan. I promised I would listen, but no more messages. LOL. Anyway, I can see and hear you very clearly. Looking forward to a good program as usual, coming from cold London. Stay warm in cold London, Rose McIntosh. And she says, oh, by the way, it's my son's birthday today. He was nearly 10 weeks early. He looks a bit like you, but not as handsome. LOL. You're very kind, Rose McIntosh. You're very kind. All the best. Jennifer Stewart from Kencott, Q Road in Kencott. Good to have you join us here on both sides of the story. Good day to you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in and all the very best. We had some showers earlier this afternoon, at least in the corporate area. Not sure what the situation was elsewhere across Jamaica, but we certainly had some showers in the corporate area. And let's see if there's anything else that we need to be mindful of in that regard, weather-wise, courtesy of the National Meteorological Service here in Jamaica. The current forecast as provided by the National Meteorological Service. We did share with you yesterday that a high pressure ridge was building across Jamaica, and the high pressure ridge is expected to remain across the island over the next few days. And as we witnessed this afternoon, isolated showers mainly across sections of northern and southeastern parishes, partly cloudy elsewhere, windy, especially across northern parishes, partly cloudy and windy across northern parishes. Tonight, take out those windbreakers, those jackets, and stay warm. And going into another holiday weekend, well, the next couple of days, partly cloudy across eastern parishes, mainly sunny elsewhere, partly cloudy afternoon and windy. On New Year's Day, the forecast is for mainly sunny conditions in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon and windy otherwise. Other weather systems in the region, a dissipating frontal system across southern Bahamas and a trough across Panama. That's the weather situation. Let's give you the latest with respect to COVID-19 as published by the Ministry of Health and Wellness on its website, moh.gov.jm. A reminder that the COVID-19 clinical management summary is published by 10 o'clock every morning, every single morning by 10 o'clock. And it essentially features the numbers from the previous day, the 24-hour period prior to 10 o'clock on the day in question. So, for example, today, the 29th of December, the COVID-19 clinical management summary is in relation to yesterday in terms of the numbers. Yesterday, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness, 277 samples were tested. 20 of them came back positive, which means we now have 12,752 COVID-19 cases, confirmed COVID-19 cases in Jamaica. The number of people who have died from COVID 19 in Jamaica stands at 298. Let's continue to keep the family of the deceased in our thoughts and prayers. 298 people have died from COVID 19 in Jamaica. Encouragingly, 46 more people have recovered from COVID 19 in Jamaica. The total number of recoveries, 10,207. There are 2,089 active cases of COVID 19 in Jamaica. 65 people are in facility quarantine, as in quarantine accommodation administered by the government. 27,185 people are in home quarantine. 78 people have been admitted to hospital in relation to COVID 19. 7 of those patients are moderately ill and 8 in critical condition. For more details, please visit moh.gov.jm, moh.gov.jm. Taking a look now at some of the trending stories at this time, courtesy of the Gleaner and the other available apps. UK hospitals struggle, tougher rules eyed to fight COVID-19 variant. British officials are considering tougher coronavirus restrictions as the number of people in hospital, the number of COVID-19 patients in hospital surpasses the first peak of the outbreak in the spring. Authorities are blaming a new, more transmissible variant of the virus, first identified in southeast England, for the soaring infection rates. An area home to almost half of the people in England is under tight restrictions on movement and everyday life in an attempt to curb the spread of the virus. Government is partnering with the Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO, to support farmers. The story is that the government has partnered with the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, to continue supporting farmers through the buyback program. The initiative aims to purchase excess produce from farmers and assist those who are unable to sell excess produce due to the downturn in hotel operations caused by the outbreak of the coronavirus. Globally, the assistance program also aims to redistribute the excess produce from farmers. Trending as well out of Russia. Russia's updated statistics on coronavirus-linked deaths show more than 100,000 people had died by December, a number much higher than previously reported by government officials. A total of 116,030 people with the coronavirus died in Russia between April and November, according to data released on Monday by Russia's state statistics agency, Rosstat. Again, it's always tragic when we lose loved ones, no matter where in the world they reside. Loved ones, friends, or fellow human beings. Always tragic. Let's continue to keep those in mourning in our thoughts and prayers. Also making the news at this time, the opposition, People's National Party, is calling for the immediate release of payments to thousands of government pensioners who did not receive their pension checks or deposits for December. The opposition spokesman on finance, Julian Robinson, says, especially in the Christmas season, a delay in the payment spells untold and unnecessary hardship for pensioners. Grenada has delayed reopening schools for the new term due to COVID-19. The Ministry of Education in Grenada on Monday announced that schools would not be reopening on the 4th of January 2021 to start the second or Hillary term. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
230.
Why wait in line to clear shipments at customs? Simply use the express clearance process to clear shipments at or below $5,000. Ask your authorized agent to prepare and submit your goods declarations to customs. Your agent may also clear the items on your behalf. You may contact Jamaica Customs at 876-922-5140-8 or email public.relations@jca.gov.jm for details. The Jamaica Customs Agency wishes all our stakeholders a peaceful and safe holiday and a happy new year.
Both sides of the story.
Tune in this and every Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. for Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm to hear from children in a discussion series on building a strong relationship with your child. We invite children to call in and voice their concerns. Kids Connect is brought to you by the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA. Every child deserves protection. And Rise Life Management Services, 57 East Street, Kingston. That's Kids Connect during Both Sides of the Story at 3:30 p.m. this and every Tuesday right here on Power 106 FM.
Both sides of the story.
Farmers, come for a candid conversation with the Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Floyd Green. Learn more about the agricultural sector and the role we all play in its development. That's a Morning with the Minister, every second and fourth Friday of every month during Farm Talk with Alfie McKenzie, right here on Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Let's greet some more people who have joined us since the last time we checked. Congratulations to Angelia Christian. She is now a grandmother of twin daughters born to her son. Congratulations, Angel. We saw the post. All the very best to your granddaughters. All the very best. Let's see. Let's go to this. Let's see what we have here. Right. A lot of messages. Paul in Toronto, Canada. Good day to you as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Sylviana Johnson, good day. Thank you. Welcome. Angela in Toronto, Canada, and Inez Campbell Brown in Bridgeport, Connecticut, greeting each other. And Angela is starting a conversation with Paul. Beverly Robinson, good afternoon to you too. Blessings. Angela in Toronto, Canada, has shared with us the latest situation with respect to COVID-19 in the province of Ontario. Ontario sets new daily record for COVID-19 cases with more than 2,550 infections. That's the headline. According to CP24, Ontario sets new daily record for COVID-19 cases with more than 2,550 infections, setting a new single-day high with more than 2,000. Yeah, that's about the third time we're repeating that, right? 2,550 new infections. It's significant. It's a record. It's a record number in the province of Ontario. Angela Joseph's no, Grand Aunt Angela. I am in Canada on COVID vacation. I will be back in January 2021, he says. That's Paul, in reference to when he'll be returning to Philadelphia. Inez Campbell Brown says, hello there, Miss Angela. All is well, especially my daughter. She went on her first appointment almost a year ago on her birthday, to be exact. After all those prayers, all they could say, she's a walking miracle. Thanks for always showing nothing but love. Blessings, sis. That's encouraging news, Inez Campbell Brown. Thanks for sharing. Angela agrees. She says, good to hear. And Inez Campbell Brown says, almost a year ago, she took sick on her birthday. So March 4th, it was, then came COVID-19. Natalie Ricketts, good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining us. All the very best to you. Nicola in Mandeville, Manchester. Good afternoon to you as well. Harlem Uptown from Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland, now in New York. Thank you for joining us as well. Here's a message on WhatsApp from Moralist. She says, well, she asks, what will it take to make Jamaica return? Come back to the 10 Commandments, the real one. Teach them from kindergarten. Good afternoon, Mr. Dervan. Yesterday, Brexit was mentioned. When I heard the Umbre say that mission accomplished, I say prophecy fulfilled. Daniel chapter 4, the 10 toes of the great image will not cleave one to the other. Thank you very much, Moralist, for your message on WhatsApp. And it seems she just recorded a voice note as well, which we'll have to listen to determine whether it is airworthy. More stories trending. A strong earthquake hit central Croatia today, causing major damage to homes and other buildings in a town southeast of the capital. Sorry to hear that. The one death reported. The loss of any life is to be regretted. Let's check now the Observer to see what stories are trending there. UK hospitals struggle, tougher rules eyed to fight variant. Chile reports Latin America's first detected case of new virus strain. So this new variant of the COVID-19 seems to be getting around the world still. And if it's in Latin America, hello, we're not too far away, are we? When we talk about Latin America, we usually reference Latin America and the Caribbean. Oh dear. Chile's health authorities said today they had detected a case of the new coronavirus strain initially found in Britain, the first such confirmed infection in Latin America. Experts believe this COVID-19 variant to be considerably more contagious than the original strain first detected in China. The case was found in a Chilean woman who returned to Chile on December 21 from Madrid, having also traveled to Britain and Dubai. She started displaying coronavirus symptoms upon her arrival in Chile's capital, Santiago. She has since traveled 800 kilometers southwards by airplane to the city of Temuco. Health authorities responded to the news by announcing that from the 31st of December, everyone arriving in Chile will have to spend 10 days in quarantine. The quarantine extends to 2 weeks for those who visited Britain in the 2 weeks prior to arriving in Chile. The South American country had only reopened its borders in November for the first time in 8 months. The quarantine can be lifted after a week if a person tests negative for the virus. The new variant of the virus that British Prime Minister Boris Johnson described as up to 70% more transmissible than the original version of the disease has been found in several countries around the world. France, Germany, and Spain are amongst the European countries to detect it, while Japan, South Korea, India, and Australia also have cases. Chile had suspended flights coming from Britain on December 20, a move made by more than 50 countries. Coronavirus cases were already on the increase once again in Chile, which had recorded almost 16,500 deaths and more than 600,000 cases. Britain is one of the worst affected countries in the world by the coronavirus, with more than 71,500 deaths and close to 2.4 million cases. Caribbean could lose coral reefs by the end of the century. That's the warning from the UN Environment Agency. And the agriculture minister is calling on fish farmers to adopt new technology in farming. U.S. Customs nabs cocaine smuggler from the Dominican Republic is another story that's trending right now. And if you missed it, lawyer questions U.S. immigration's holding men cleared by court. Attorney Bert Samuels says the continued detention by United States immigration officials of 4 Jamaican men held in October after it was agreed or alleged that they were found with 150 gallons of liquid cocaine despite being cleared by a Florida court could create a diplomatic crisis between Jamaica and America. According to the attorney, the silence from Jamaica's Attorney General and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade on the plight of the men who were initially detained for 73 days between October 11, 2020 and December 23, 2020, but who were acquitted and are now being held by immigration officials in that country has been deafening. Serious situation. Let's see how that is resolved. But again, we come back to the courts. If the court makes a declaration, then it is a declaration, and the declaration should stand, whether it is for these 4 men or for Renito de Cordova, Valentino Adams, and whoever else for that matter. We have to be careful how we treat with rulings of the court, because then would be running the risk, would be undermining the justice system, whether here in Jamaica or in America, and the world is looking on. Not good. Not good. Let's see how the Jamaican government responds and the ultimate decision coming out of the United States of America. In the meantime, the other stories that are trending at this time, just in case you've been busy all day relaxing and enjoying some kind of a break or holiday. For those familiar with the story of Marion Hall, Loop News is reporting that Ms. Hall, is returning to the dance hall, but to gain souls for God. That's trending right now. Marion Hall returning to dance hall to gain souls for God. I create to enter commercial real estate space is another trending story. And Jamaican wins Caddy Club animated character design. Congratulations. A Jamaican artist has come out on top in a character design competition for an upcoming Jamaica TT animated feature. In a release from Storyplay Media, it was noted in November 2020, the production company invited character artists worldwide to win prizes and an opportunity to work on the first animated feature film emerging from the English-speaking Caribbean through the Caddy Club 2D character design competition. Jamaican Patrick Meikle emerged as the competition's winner. Congratulations, Patrick Meikle.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
2:45.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Tune into Farm Talk, 6:18 to 6:35 a.m. the first Tuesday of every month, and 6:18 to 6:45 p.m. the last Tuesday of every month for First San in the Field. Real issues, real solutions. Join the Newport First San team in the field as they identify problems and tell you how to address them. First San in the Field, real issues, real solutions is brought to you by Newport First San Jamaica Limited, the first on the land.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on both sides of the story. Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Taking your calls on 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. You can call us on the WhatsApp line. You can send your text messages, your WhatsApp messages, your voice notes. And that number is 876-365-3346, 876-365-3346. Let's also remind you that we're streaming live video on the Dervan Malcolm Facebook page and affiliated pages. If you're not there yet, log on to Facebook. In the search box atop the page, type DERVANMALCOLM, and you'll be able to not only hear, but see what's happening in the studios of Power 106 FM. If you're not on Facebook Live, then you can watch us on YouTube. On YouTube, you should see the live video trending. If you don't see it, just type DERVANMALCOLM and you'll be on board. How about that? Let's go to the phone lines. 876-922-4112 to 5. Yesterday we asked, what will it take to make Jamaica a more prosperous country in 2021 and beyond? Still looking forward to more responses along those lines and whatever else is on your mind. It's coming to the end of the year and feel free. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Dervan Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I have a problem and I'm asking you, please, if you know where I can get some help. I am sick and I can't manage to do some tests that the doctor asked me to do. My daughter was able to do. I'm having chest pain, you see, and I was in the hospital November, and the doctor said I should do a stress test and a echocardiogram test. My daughter was able to pay for the echocardiogram test, and then I can't manage to do the stress test when I call the Heart Institute, and up until now, and right now, it's like I'm dying slowly. Right now, it's like I'm going to go down the hospital because I don't feel well in my chest. They give me some little pill to put under my tongue.
Yes.
And I put one under there already and I try to see how well I can bear up. And really, and then I have neurology problem as well. And October, I went to the neurology and they said my spine damage.
Okay.
So it gives me headache and dizziness because I was diagnosed with benign pseudotumor for years now. A seizure person as well, so I take Heparin to prevent me from getting a seizure. And then I have a medicine therapy to do for the spine situation from October, and that is $36,000, and I can't find it neither.
Oh, wow.
And probably that helps stress me while I reach at the hospital in November. And oh God, I don't have it in my heart for anybody if they can help me. Just I don't want the money in my hand just to pay for me to do the test so that the doctor can treat me so I can feel better.
It sounds like it's a series of tests. Is there one that must be done right now?
Like the chest one right now, and the pseudotumor brain problem give me dizziness and headache every day, but sometimes it feels worse than sometimes. You see? I can't even work because if I'm looking up to do anything, I got dizzy. And if I hold down my head to do anything, I got dizzy as well. You see? If me no mind sharp and like me understand the sickness, like if me I go hang up close on the line, me have to just hold the wire and look first, and then me just do it. Me can't look up. Else when me finish, me I go fall down. If me move off same time. You see?
Well, first things first. If you say you're not feeling so well right now,
yes. Me are having shorter breath and pain in my chest right now.
That sounds like you really need to go to the hospital.
Yes, because of that me I go do now. It's me and me alone at home now.
Which parish in Jamaica are you in?
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas.
Yeah.
So how far away is the hospital from you?
About 5 minutes drive or so.
Oh, well, that's what I would humbly suggest that we're going to take your contact details off air.
Because I have a lot of complaint. I have the benign pseudotumor. Yes. I have arthritis. I have the chest pain now. I have the seizure problem. I have cholesterol problem.
Clearly, you're here for a purpose. Otherwise,
I would be gone.
Exactly. With all of that, it's still yes. A lot to be thankful for. But in your own best interest, I would humbly suggest that you try and get to the hospital as quickly as you can.
Yeah.
Right. Just to be certain. Right. Yeah. That's the best place for you right now. In the meantime, hold the line. We're going to take your contact information off air. Yeah. And if you're able to call us back, Davin, please. Well, I'll ask Davin to give you my cell number, which is 876-365-3346. He'll give it to you when he takes your contact information.
Yes,
so that you can let us know what would have happened.
Because I went to the Ministry of Labor for help, and they asked me to say I should get some invoice from where I'm going to do the test so that they can be certain because of the scamming.
Yes.
And I went to the place and get it because I have all in abnormal ductasia. That is a breast problem as well, where the breast then pain me because one of the breast fluid come from the right breast from the last child was 3 months old and he's now 21. And then now me have to follow up to do the yearly mammogram. And because me not working last year, I never do it. And this year come now and I having pain in the breast where the doctor also say if you do the mammogram too.
That's a lot. That's a lot that you're having to contend with. But with respect to the mammogram, I wonder if our friends from the Jamaica Cancer Society could help. That would be one. With respect to the heart-related tests, I'm thinking of the Heart Foundation of Jamaica.
The Heart Institute?
No, different. The Heart Foundation.
Okay.
I was thinking of the Heart Foundation.
Different. Okay.
The Heart Foundation on Beechwood Avenue, which is not too far from where we're broadcasting from now, here at 32 Lyndhurst Road. So in other words, between the Heart Foundation and the Jamaica Cancer Society, because they are not for-profit organizations, they're not in the business of making money.
Yes.
for profit. They might be able to assist you either with discounted rates, or perhaps they could waive the fees for you
Yes.
in light of your situation.
Because it's the Cancer Society I usually go for
Yes.
a few times now.
Yeah, well, I have no doubt that if you were to share your story with the team at the Cancer Society and at the Heart Foundation of Jamaica, they would be more than happy to assist insofar as they're able to.
Well, I didn't go to the Heart Foundation but because the doctor did write
The,
the paper with the Art Institute. That's
yes,
why I go to the Art Institute because I
yes,
didn't know that the Art Foundation different from the Art Institute.
yes. The Heart Institute is a not-for-profit entity.
Yes,
So those are the two entities I'm thinking of which could help you with your tests.
yes, sir.
In the meantime, though, first things first, if you're really not feeling well right now,
Yeah,
I
I'm going to go down the hospital
yes,
now.
that's what I would suggest. And then please call us and let us know what would have happened after you would have gone to the hospital.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Hold the line in the meantime, though. Let's take your contact information. And if you're able to take down my number, I'm going to
Yes.
ask the program assistant on duty, Davin Thomas, to give you my number.
Thank you.
Sure. Take care. One moment, please. Yes, there are those of us who complain of not having shoes to wear without recognizing that there are people who don't even know what that is like because they have no feet. And every time we think that our situation is bad, terrible, depressing, awful, debilitating, rest assured, there is someone else out there who whose situation is much worse than yours. Those of us who are hearing this broadcast, those of us who are within this time and space and place, have a lot to be thankful for. And the hope is that more of us will use the energy, the strength, the blessings that we are the beneficiaries of to do good, to do just, to help others. Cicely Morris taught us some years ago, help the weak if you're strong, help the old if you're young. Keep a guard upon your tongue and own a fault if you're wrong. Let's continue to help those who we can while we can. We never know when we'll find ourselves in situations which seem insurmountable. Let's give thanks. Let's do good. Let's do the best we can. Let's continue to reach out to others. Let's continue to serve and to serve well. After all, what else are we here on earth for? What else are we here for? Harlem Uptown in New York says, hi Dervan, may I come a yard soon? All the best, Harlem Uptown. Faye Weller says, good afternoon, everyone. Blessed love. Claudia Perry says, good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. Travis the Gifted Hansen says, Dervan, I think this new variant of the coronavirus is COVID 20, not COVID 19. LOL. Jokingly saying, well, my late mother would say, the frog would say, what is Joke to you is death to him. Not a laughing matter here, Travis. More in a moment.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3 o'clock.
Keep a gratitude journal and each day record at least one thing for which you are grateful. This can help to improve your sense of well-being. This mental health tip was brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Christmas is a time for joy and celebration. But this year, it will be a little different because of COVID-19 and its restrictions. Let us not ruin it further with irresponsible behavior on our roads. Wear your seatbelts and helmets. Use the pedestrian crossings. Reduce your speed. Do not text and drive. If you have to get there on time, leave earlier. It is better to be late and alive than early in heaven. Don't rush to get to the Christmas dinner or anywhere else. If 2020 taught us anything, it was to slow down and turn your yard. It's a beautiful and safe place to be. See you in 2021. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone.
Listen to the story of the Jamaican diaspora on Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm, the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad. That's Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday during Both Sides of the Story, brought to you by GK Western Union. Receive money directly into your bank account today. The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
COVID-19 has effectively changed our way of life, and to combat the pandemic, it's crucial that we focus on cutting-edge strategies to maintain proper sanitization, hygiene, and public health. Learn more about these cutting-edge strategies and get vital information that can help the individual and various sectors of society operate and thrive in the new normal by listening to the feature Maintenance Matters, airing every other Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. during Power Talk with Ronnie Thwaites. Maintenance Matters is brought to you by Manpower and Maintenance Services Limited, with head offices at 1 Eureka Road, Kingston 5. Telephone 876-920-4721-5. Manpower and Maintenance Services Limited. Get more than clean, get hygiene. That's Maintenance Matters during Power Talk, every other Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. right here on Power 106 FM. Listen to Drying Tears on Power 106 FM, Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 10 p.m. Drying Tears. Get ready to dry your tears. Brought to you by the Universal Church of the Kingdom of God. That's Drying Tears, Monday to Friday at 9:30 p.m. right here on Power 106 FM.
Living in the positive.
Tune in every Thursday from 11:30 a.m. to midday for Your Legal Corner with Dahlia Walker Huntington during Power Talk with Ronnie Thwaites. Email us at yourlegalcorner106@gmail.com. Call lines 876-922-4112 to 5. For WhatsApp and text line 876-279-8598. Join the dynamic duo, Dahlia and Ronnie, as they assess immigration matters. Learn about the filing process, when to file, how to file, and how to prepare for the move. That's Your Legal Corner, 11:30 a.m. to midday every Thursday, right here on Power 106 FM.
You don't see the writing on the wall.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Norma Boyce is greeting us from London. Welcome, Norma Boyce. All the best to you. What's the WhatsApp number, she's asking? That's easy. 876-365-3346. 876-365-3346. Cornelius Watson says, season's greetings to Dervan and listeners. To you too, Cornelius Watson. Thank you very much. All the very best. The numbers to call, 876-922-4112, 876-922-4113, 876-922-4114, and 876-922-4115. The text line is the same as the WhatsApp number, which means you can not only send us your text messages, but also your voice notes, and you can call us on WhatsApp, plus you can send us your WhatsApp messages as well. Let's see, we missed a call from Veril in Alberta, Canada. And there's another call coming in as well. Let's see. So we have two calls coming in at the same time, actually. Hello, good afternoon. Thank you very much for calling us here on both sides of the story on Power 106 FM.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm. How are you doing?
I'm giving thanks for life. And you?
I see him for me giving thanks, let us see the Christmas sun going into the new year.
Yes.
But what I called you about over the holiday there, I was with some Jamaican woman, and when you in a bunch of people, any topic come up, and one of the conversation is how man treat woman. Now I was surprised when I hear some Jamaican woman. I don't want him to be a policewoman. They like when our man beat her, and I'm surprised to hear that. But I know in Jamaica, when they beat a man, them send to prison and lock you up. So when I raised that to her, she said, no, man, them now woman want money. Yeah, they didn't love when your man fight and make it up because sometimes baby born.
No, we don't support any form of violence, irrespective of where it's coming
from. No, it's not violence.
Or
no,
abuse.
No, it's not violence. It's going,
no form of abuse.
Like you're going, it's not like you're going to cut them up, chop them by so, but I was surprised they don't like when the man fight and they make it up. Man.
No, but violence is not only about cutting up and chopping up.
But I did a Jamaican pastor here with it too. Say it's the same reason why him and his wife separate. Because she mentioned to him one time that him don't love her. And him say him got a little bit, curious when she said that, and him asked her why she said that. She said him never beat her yet. And him said to himself, I trouble this. And, some problem on the line, and him and I separate. So when I suppose say you beat up your woman and damage her, but I surprised when I hear the woman with it.
Well, they obviously can deal with whatever is heading in their direction. If they're satisfied with that, then it says more about them than whoever is administering the beating.
That woman one time said, she lied, but shouldn't touch me, and ask her why. He said, me look like a simple
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
No, a lady tell me one time, she lied me, but she wouldn't take it serious with me because me look like a simpleton. So I asked her why she said that. She said she like rough man. So everybody in life, everybody see things different,
Yeah, so she just goes her way and you go yours.
Yeah, because you never know when the police may call you and then some serious problem. But I was surprised to hear Mr. Malcolm, honestly. I really, that's why I give you a call to hear your views on that.
No, but
I really surprised you.
There's nothing new there. That's a line we've been hearing for a very long time. That the beating, is
sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Most women, well, I grew up in Jamaica, and most Jamaican women, if you try that with them, one that I grew up around. Somebody going to jail, somebody, their relationship in or whatever. But I surprised when I hear even policemen say they like it.
No, you have said that already. I'm not sure where else we can take it.
Okay, so you don't support those people?
Absolutely not.
All right, this is this boss. So I will enjoy the program. You know?
Thank you for the call. All the best. Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. Verol, let's see if we can reconnect with Verol in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Hello? No. Verol, good afternoon to you. How are you?
I'm good.
How's the weather in Calgary?
Oh, it's sunny but cold.
I can well imagine.
Sunny but cold. I was trying to reach you there, right?
We're on air now. You didn't want to talk on air?
No, I want to help this lady in some way.
Oh, all right. I'll send you her information.
Yeah, the lady that called.
Yes. We have her information, so I could send it to you.
Okay. Yeah. I can stand here, but with the lady situation, we discuss differently.
You have a dial tone going there. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I said, in regards to the lady, we can discuss her situation differently.
Yes.
Yes. So, but apart from that, out in Alberta here, the sun is shining brightly, but man, is it ever cold? But we're giving thanks, We're giving thanks for the situation. It could have been worse. A couple of weeks ago, we had a real snowstorm. Some people are still recovering. So we have to give thanks.
Absolutely. No question about that.
Yes. Apart from that, I'm good. I'm giving God thanks. I'm hanging in there. Amidst the situation,
Yes.
Amidst the situation, I'm hanging in there.
Well, as the late Tony Lang would say, don't let go.
I can't let go. Can't let go, my brother. Can't let go,
Yeah.
Can't let go. This man announced that we have the new strain of virus in Alberta. It reaches here also.
Oh, you have it there in Alberta, Canada as well? Oh, dear.
Yes. It reaches here. That's the report this morning that it's here also. So.
Oh, dear.
We don't know where we're going. We don't know. We're not sure where we're really heading from here.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, but life goes on.
Yes, and we just need to continue to be as safe as possible, do all the things that have kept us safe up to now. And
that's right.
Yeah, that's really where it's at right now.
Yeah, that's all we can do. Yeah, Keep on doing what we're doing and stay safe.
Yes.
To all my fellow Jamaicans, God bless and keep safe.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Take care, everyone.
All the best. Hold the line off air. In fact, it's okay. You can hang up. I'm going to send you the contact details. You can always call me back if you need to, maybe after the show or in one of the breaks. Thank you.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:15. Listen to the story of the Jamaican diaspora on Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. during Both Sides of the Story with host Dervan Malcolm, the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad. That's Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday during Both Sides of the Story, brought to you by GK Western Union. Receive money directly into your bank account today. The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Underneath the blazing sky, I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion on a needle pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying, send down those fires.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM. Whatever is on your mind, the lines are open. If you want to tell us what your highlight of 2020 has been, maybe your thoughts with respect to the lowest moment in 2020. Perhaps you'd like to tell us who is your newsmaker for 2020, or which story stands out for you in 2020. Perhaps you want to look ahead by responding to the question, what will it take to make Jamaica a more prosperous country in 2021 and beyond? It's a period of introspection, or it should be a period of reflection, a time for us to review our individual achievements or lack thereof in 2020, a time for us to recalibrate, retool, re-engineer, reorganize, perhaps even revisit goals and plans that have been languishing for some time. Could it be 2021? Could 2021 be your year? COVID-19 and all its trappings notwithstanding. Whatever it is, clearly we need to continue our preparation, because, and I say preparation because we don't know what else to expect going forward. We've become familiar with the current coronavirus one way or another. Now we're hearing of this variant which is spreading and spreading rapidly. And usually it's just a matter of time when it comes on to those of us here in Jamaica, the Caribbean, the region in general. Yeah. So let's just continue to boost our immune system, all the things that we know what is good for us as Jamaicans. We know what the good food is. We know what the appropriate approach is to healthy eating. We actually know a significant number of us know. Most of us know. We know the greens, we know the yellows, and the various the nuts and the starches, the protein. We need to watch the cholesterol level. watch the salt intake, watch the sugar levels, etc., etc. Let's just continue to build up our immune system. It's like there's a storm coming, or just think of it like being in the hurricane season, being in this time of COVID-19. Think of it like being in the hurricane season, where we just have to prepare. That's all we can do. Prepare for the worst, expect the best. Yeah, let's just continue our preparations, boosting our immune system. Let's continue to exercise. Let's continue to wear our masks, sanitize and wash our hands as often as possible, maintain physical distance or social distance, depending on the space and time, or the place and time, etc. Let's be mindful of these things as we go about our daily lives at the end of 2020 and heading into 2021. Moralist says, Brother Dervan, I'm here planting some seeds, preparing some land for dasheen suckers, cassava sticks, plantain suckers, some green stalks, cocoa suckers, and pine suckers. A lot of work, my dear brother. We can't get workers, and I'm taking the threat of hunger of the Bible, of biblical proportions, very, very seriously. I'm being obedient to the voice of God, till the soil, and many blessings will come your way. God bless. Thank you, Moralist, for sharing your story. Let's go to the phone lines once again, 876-922-4112-5. Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for calling.
Good afternoon, Mr. Malcolm.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. I have a little problem here in the Anchovy Central. We're out of water from before Christmas, 2 weeks now.
Sorry to hear that. Who have you been able to speak with to find out why that is so, and what plans have they put in place to assist?
Well, I called the NWC this morning to speak to one.
Signal not good. Say that again. You called the NWC this morning, and what happened?
I told they was in some farmer meeting. They couldn't speak.
Who did you ask to speak
I
with?
to somebody at the reception, whatever, and I was told to speak to Mr. Roach, but they said that he was into a meeting.
Right. How have you been managing?
Well, I'm on my way now to the river, which is about 2.5 miles to get some water, some canister. But it is really hard, and even the police station has no water. I went here, and I couldn't even get the water to wash my hands.
Sorry to hear that.
So the Anchovy Central has no water since 2 weeks now.
So sorry
Real
to
bad.
hear.
In this COVID time here, man, I tell you.
Yeah.
And I went down to the reservoir yesterday, and thousands of gallons of water pouring into the reservoir.
Which reservoir is that?
It's somewhere down in Great River. That's what supply us up here. That reservoir down there, Great River.
So if you went there yesterday and saw water, how come there's no what? That's not the source of the water in the area?
That's where the source of the water come from. But probably it's some pump or some. I don't know. But yes, we need some explanation, sir, because we can't do without water.
I think there was a story yesterday from the NWC. Now that I'm thinking about it, there was a story about some areas to be impacted by water lockoffs or water shortage due to some NWC systems that are down. So maybe that's what that is.
Yeah, well, 2 weeks is way too long, sir. Water is life, and I tell you something.
Well, you see, you're an
We
example
will
because
measure what this problem
you're
is.
not sitting down. You're not sitting down and waiting for manna to fall from heaven. You have gone about seeking to get the water, and you have done so. So
Yes.
if there are existing sources, knowing our people will find the source and will catch their water.
Yes, it's real bad, sir.
Yeah.
And I think a small country like this, I don't know why we are having so much problems where water is concerned.
Well, we've long been told that we don't have a water shortage problem. We have a water distribution problem in terms of how we have managed or failed to manage our water systems or effectively engineer our water systems and sources. That seems to be where it's at. But at least you have been able to get water, and we're sure others, if you were able to find that source, chances are others would have found that source as well. We would like to think that the NWC would have provided the community with trucked water. You didn't see that? That hasn't been happening?
No, I'm seeing that at all. Unless you get a private truck to pull up a tank. I'm seeing any from the NWC at all.
Well, if this is one of shortage, and if it is the case, when are you likely to have your service restored? Let's follow up on that. Thanks for bringing it to our attention. Sorry to hear of your plight, and please keep us posted. Let us know what happens, all things being well, tomorrow.
Okay, sir, and bless you.
Blessings to you too. Take care. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. There's a direct call coming through on our WhatsApp line, which is the same as our text line, 876-365-3346. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling. Hello?
Hello.
There you are. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How was your Christmas?
Restful and spent with family.
Good. Same with me. Only that I couldn't touch them. Only the wife I could touch.
That's good enough.
It was great. Really
Good.
great.
That's good to know.
Dervan,
Yes.
this might be the last show I call for this year.
Yes.
And Dervan. What?
Sounds like you're.
Yes.
You're
Because she's
go ahead.
hearing the radio and talking to you, so it's the delay.
But
It's confusing her.
let me prepare you. We have a scheduled interview at 3:30, and so we could always call you back, or you call us back as soon as that interview is finished within the next 10 minutes or so.
All right,
So,
no
but
problem. But
we
let me
still
just-
have a minute to the break, so go ahead.
Yeah, let me just give you an idea so you can have a glance of what I want to talk to you about. On page C3 of the Sunday Gleaner.
Funny, you
Okay.
should cite page C3. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead.
On page C3 of the Sunday Gleaner.
Yes.
I'll just give you the headline.
Yes.
Bamboo houses inch closer to reality with the NHD fund. Well, I'll speak to you after your interview.
All right. I'll make sure I have that story in front of me. But someone called me about C2, but that's another story. You have called me about C3, not on air, off air. All right.
Okay.
No problem. In a few minutes, we'll be
Okay.
back with you. All right.
Right.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
3:30.
Tune into Farm Talk, 6:18 to 6:35 a.m. the first Tuesday of every month, and 6:18 to 6:45 p.m. the last Tuesday of every month for First San in the Field. Real issues, real solutions. Join the Newport First San team in the field as they identify problems and tell you how to address them. First San in the Field, Real Issues, Real Solutions is brought to you by Newport First San Jamaica Limited, the first on the land.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices. You can download the Power 106 FM app from the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on the nature of your device. You can also listen to us on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. And there are designated numbers you can dial from the USA and the UK to listen to Power 106 FM. We are delighted to be joined now by Reverend Astor Carlisle of the Webster Memorial United Church. Reverend Carlisle, I trust the season has been a fulfilling one for you so far.
Brother Dervan and dear listeners, good afternoon. It has been a wonderful season thus far. It's very quiet, relaxing, and reflective.
Good to know. Good to know. Thank you much for joining us here on Both Sides of the Story. What is this we're hearing, Reverend Carlisle, about the Webster Memorial United Church hosting a watch party on New Year's Eve?
Well, news flies fast. It is clear that news has gotten to the right place, Power 106. Yes, on New Year's Eve, the Webster Memorial United Church, we have sat and thought of an innovative way of ensuring that all our members are connected because of the COVID-19 restrictions on movement.
Yes.
I decided that, we have to find a way to get persons to give thanks and focus on a hopeful future online and, of course, on Power 106. And so we have designed this watch party.
And we should tell our listeners here on Power 106 FM that our coverage will start at 10 p.m. and will end just after midnight, after the countdown. So give us a sense of how you've been able to, as a church family, organize yourselves and your plans in such a way that you will be able, you'll be ready for the world who will be watching and listening on New Year's Eve into the wee hours of New Year's Day.
The Church of Jesus Christ, Brother Dervan, is very gifted. The Church of Jesus Christ at Webster has benefited from such gifts.
Yes.
And so, in an effort to ensure that we are experienced without a glitch as far as is possible, we have pre-recorded a number of the activities. And I really don't want to say what the activities will be, because I want persons to tune in and experience the time of celebration online. And we'll be on the Zoom platform, we'll be on YouTube, and of course, as I said before, Power 106. So we'll have testimonials from members living overseas, testimonials from former ministers, and might I dare say that the former Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Most Honorable P.J. Patterson, he tunes into our services every single week, and he has decided that he wants to give a tribute as well. We'll be having the dance ministry, the singing ministries of the church. It promises to be an exciting, eventful, and wonderful experience.
Yes. And what can you tell us about the the general theme. Is there a particular theme you're working with?
Yes, actually. We're giving thanks and embracing hope. 2020 has been such an interesting year. It has stretched us and challenged us, but it has caused us to give thanks because we have seen many blessings. And even though we presume that 2020 might come with its own challenges,
2021.
2021, yes, I see that you're listening, will come with its own challenges. We believe that we can embrace a hopeful future because the God who kept us in 2020 will keep us in 2021. So we're giving thanks and embracing hope.
Now we know there's an adjustment with respect to watch night service or something to that effect. How are you planning to structure your activities so that you're in line with the infection prevention and control measures?
I appreciate that question. The thing about it, we recognize that a number of our members want to still assemble. And so we will have a New Year's Eve service that begins at 6 and goes up until 8. Our sanctuary can accommodate 170 members who will have to register through their districts and their elders so that we can properly accommodate them on site. But we'll also be on YouTube. So those who are unable to come can still tune in and be part of that worship experience at 6 p.m. And then, of course, we get into our watch party, which begins at 10 online and on Power 106. So we're trying to reach as many persons as is possible. And we're so happy that Power 106 is part of this experience because a number of our members are not digitally connected. And you know the pervasive nature of radio.
Yes.
And what better station than Power 106 to help our members who are not connected digitally to engage in the worship experience.
No, that's very thoughtful and inclusive of you. I mean, and I'm sure you'll tell us that is the nature of the church.
Well, that is the church indeed. And you know, the great thing about it is that won't you be a part of it?
So I hear. I'm kidding. Yes. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yes. All things being well, we'll be here in the studios of Power 106 FM, connecting with the studios of Webster Memorial United Church and participating actively in the program. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. In fact, this experience is going to set us apart from the rest of the RGR Gleaner Communications group. Because as I understand it, the rest of the group will be doing something else. And so we feel honored and blessed to have been so chosen. The good book says many are called and few are chosen.
You know, even as you would have partnered with us for 106, we want to thank Hypro of Jamaica Broilers, who thought it a meaningful venture and would have engaged the process of resourcing this connection with Power 106. We're so thankful also to the members of the church who used not only time and talent, but also their treasure in ensuring that this watch party is put on. We just want to thank God. He has been so good to us.
Yes.
He has been so good to us.
Absolutely. I see Rose McIntosh in London. She says, Mr. Malcolm, this event is something I cannot miss. I will set my alarm clock for she says, well, for the first time in my life, she says. Oh dear.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So so already people are getting excited about this. And so to put a cap on this segment now, Reverend Carlisle, what is it? And I think you've said as much as already. But here we are, and earlier on we were sharing some of the stories trending locally and overseas, and more news about this variant or strain that some people refers to it. And this looks like, as my late mother would say, "An a supna go, a supna come." And how do you speak to some of our listeners right now who are worried, concerned, nervous, uncertain. And then, of course, there are those who couldn't care less one way or another. With what kind of mindset, with what kind of outlook, with what kind of approach would you humbly suggest, being mindful of variety and dynamics and so on, that we might want to consider, or we need to be mindful of,
Yes.
to be able to navigate possibly more turbulent times?
Yes. Well, may I suggest the principle and practice of faith? And faith is not just flippant optimism. Faith is grounded in a biblical realism that although times are tough and life is challenging, God remains faithful. We have been through many tough experiences. We have made it through. God has been gracious. And for those of us who listen and are Jamaicans, there's something indomitable about the Jamaican. We give God praise that He has built us the way He has. So even as we face the unknown tomorrow, let us do so with faith. Let us focus on God. Let us have that particular attitude, an attitude which reminds us that we can make it through together. And let us interrogate the information that comes our way and not be so quick to believe everything we see or hear, but to interrogate. Let us also be thankful and let us help others. For none of us is an island.
Yeah.
We belong to each other. I just use those words to spell out the word faith. Faith is what I believe will cause us to make it through.
Amen to that. And as we wrap, what better way to ring out 2020 and ring in 2021 than with the Webster Memorial United Church watch party happening, starting, well, as you said, before that you will have your
New Year's
service.
Eve service, yes.
And that
Begins at
starts at 6 and goes up to 8.
8.
So you would be well within the curfew hours in that
yes.
respect.
We want to be compliant.
Absolutely. And then, of course, you go live virtual at 10. Yeah. And of course, live all over social media and right here on Power 106 FM. So for those listening who want to find Webster Memorial United Church online, whether YouTube, Instagram, Facebook,
we're there.
just type Webster
it in.
Memorial.
Good to go.
Good to go. Sounds good. Well, we're going to leave you to come. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Thank you for that, brother. Thank you. And we wish Jamaica all the best. We wish the world all the best. We can make this thing through together.
Amen to that once again. Thank you so much, Reverend Carlisle. All things being well, looking forward to being with you and your global church family on New Year's Eve. We can't wait.
We look forward. God bless.
Blessings to you too. Take care. Reverend Astor Carlisle of Webster Memorial United Church, hosting a watch party on New Year's Eve. And that's going to be quite something. And no one will be left behind. Invariably, we talk about live streaming on social media, etc. And we forget about those who all they have is a little radio. Well, here's Reverend Astor Carlisle and his church family at Webster Memorial United Church saying, no, we want everybody to be a part of the experience. So we are going to partner with Power 106 FM to bring live coverage of the watch party and indeed the countdown just before midnight. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the experience. Stay tuned to Power 106 FM. There's more after the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
345.
Hose Assembly and Supply HAS is the best at what they do. They supply hoses, fittings, and tools. They guarantee they are unbeatable in price and quality combined. Branded by you as the hose and tool boss with the most effective industrial solutions. Come, experience the joy of shopping with the Hose Boss. Call 876-923-3936 or visit them at 173 Hagley Park Road, 2 Charlesworth Crescent, or Montego Bay Trade Center. HAS would like to thank their customers for over 30 years.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and One Spot Media has a special gift for you and your family. Enjoy a 30% discount on our 6-month subscription plan and receive the gift of Jamaica's most authentic television and radio channels. Yep, you heard us correct. Enjoy a 30% discount when you purchase a 6-month subscription plan from One Spot Media. Simply log into onespotmedia.com, select the 6-month subscription plan, and click subscribe. Offer ends January 31, so don't hesitate. Subscribe now and let One Spot Media connect you with home.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Power 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world. And the caller is back with us from the segment just before we had to do that interview with Reverend Asta Carlisle. And hello, thank you for rejoining us.
You're welcome, Dervan.
Right, so you drew our attention to the Sunday Gleaner.
Yes.
And the story, Bamboo Houses Inch Closer to Reality with NHT Funds.
Yes.
And let's just zoom in on this story here. So it says, Jamaica's Standards Authority, Bureau of Standards Jamaica, BSJ, in partnership with the Bamboo Industry Association of Jamaica, appears close to setting up a facility in White Mile, St. Catherine, from which the companies will carry out research on the development of bamboo houses in Jamaica. The premises have already been secured through an agreement with the state-owned Factories Corporation of Jamaica, but it will be another 2 months or so before the partners can move in. They are collaborating with the National Housing Trust, NHT, on the Bamboo Housing Project. In January, the NHT donated $54 million to the Bureau of Standards Jamaica to research and construct houses, primarily from bamboo materials. And this story goes on.
Yes. You know, Dervan, when I saw this headline, I was so shocked because I had said to somebody on the radio months ago that I get the feeling that the NHT funds will be siphoned off. And the stories that I've heard so far proves my point. At the time the person asked me why, I said I don't know. I just have that feeling. Okay? Now, the first time money was taken from the NHT funds to pay the country's debt was, I think, was 2013 when there was debt owing on the PNP. I think they took what, 20, was it 22 billion or 11 billion? I can't remember. I think it's probably about 28 billion. And that was a great uproar in the country. Since this government have came into power in 2016, they have already used 57 billion, and and since that they have decided that over the next 5 years they will be taking out another 57 billion. And this article that you just read, you notice they have given donation of $54 billion, right?
Well, it doesn't say donation.
It says donation. They
It
donated.
hold on.
In
I'm sorry.
January.
Yes, they in January the NHT donated 54 million to the BSJ research and construct houses primarily. Yes.
No, Dervan. My problem is, why is it that this government feels like you can just take out whatever you want? There's an NHT Act. Have they completely changed the NHT? Where is the opposition in all of this? Because I have not heard a thing about this thing before. Now, Now, can you imagine? Have you? If you even look at they're showing you a picture of one of these so-called houses they will be using taxpayers' money, not even contributors' money, to do as they like. This foreign company that they have had some agreement to play a major part in this thing. Who owns that company?
Which foreign company is that now?
There's a company named Source.
Resource. Let me see. Supplier. US based bamboo finished goods supplier.
They will be
Resource
involved.
Fiber. Talks have started with US based bamboo finished goods provider supplier Resource Fiber in discussions with the Agriculture Ministry about buying bamboo as raw materials from our farmers because they now import guadua from Ecuador and Costa Rica.
Thinking what I'm thinking, you can just decide that you're going to use people's money. You're going to set up bamboo industry where the sale is guaranteed, that whichever of these so-called investors invests, the bamboo is already sold. The people who are going to put up these houses, their money is reserved because whatever they do, they're going to use the NHT money to pay them off. And then you're going to build these houses for contributors. And when you look at this, the example in the paper, who would want to live in a house like that?
Well, you might be assuming that this is the finished product. I can't see this.
Say.
Let me see. In this file photo, Gladstone Rose of the Bureau of Standards Jamaica makes a point about the. I'm trying to see the picture that I'm seeing. I'm not sure if that is the house.
I'm not surprised that you're not sure because I wouldn't even put my dog in that.
Yeah, but this is the thing, we don't know. We don't know what. But the point is, they could argue as well that they are trying to identify more affordable housing for people as opposed to constructing or providing housing solutions that are out of the reach of the minimum wage earner.
Dervan.
Yes.
How much are these houses going to cost? How much would it cost?
Well, again, they'll argue that all of that is being researched. And the 54 million that the NHT would have given the BSJ Bureau of Standard, Bureau of Standards is to research, and they say research and construct. I don't know that 54 million can do both research and construct houses. Unless it's just models they'll be constructing initially, as opposed to building out a series of houses. Clearly, we need more. We need more information than the story contains.
You know what amazes me, Dervan?
Yes.
In Jamaica, certain people can announce things and do things, and nobody question it. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a financial person. I'm an ordinary Jamaican who have been contributing to the NHT from 76. And all I've borrowed from the NHT is 200, just a few thousand at one time when my patio caught fire. And I just buy some material. And I paid. I've not taken a mortgage from them, but I gladly pay, because if it's there to help the more unfortunate people, I am for it. Now, I'm saying to you, the sort of money that I see these houses that this agency has built, and they have given away quite a few. Some of them cost 27 million.
Quite a few what?
Quite a few houses have been given away over the past few months by this.
Oh, you
government.
mean,
Yes.
yeah.
Right? I can think of one incident where 3 sisters somewhere in St. Mary were given 3 houses.
Yes.
And it was built by Housing Agency of Jamaica, which is a bankrupt institution.
Well,
they have amalgamated it with the energy.
They would refute that. They
cannot refute it, Dervan, because they owed the NHT billions that they couldn't pay. And since that, they have merged this
and again,
said entity.
we still don't have any evidence of that merger, you know.
We mean it's announced, and they come out and they claim that they built several houses costing millions, hundreds of millions. Where did they get that money from? And they're always repeating that they're independent of the government.
Yeah, that's why if you go to their website right now, that's what you will see.
See what?
So you're saying they're putting up misleading information on their website? They say
no. Don't misquote me.
No, man, I'm not I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Should we conclude that they are putting up misinformation on their website, because their website, as I read to you the last time, essentially says that the Housing Agency of Jamaica Limited, HAJ, which was incorporated on April 30, 1998 as the National Housing Development Corporation, NHDC, was formed through the merger of Caribbean Housing Finance Corporation Limited, the National Housing Corporation Limited, and Operation Pride. The entity changed its name from the National Housing Development Corporation Limited to Housing Agency of Jamaica Limited in September 2008.
That's right.
HAJ is a wholly, WHOLLY, a wholly owned self-funding government entity and falls under the portfolio responsibility of the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation. The agency is headed by a managing director and governed by a board of directors.
Who is the managing director?
The we can find that easily. HAJ's main activities include property development, the construction and sale of housing solutions for low to middle income earners, and the regularization of tenure on land through titling services.
And who are they merged with now?
No, there's no information about being merged with.
Check it out.
With National Housing Trust.
With the National Housing Trust. I'm not asking.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going by what is on their website. One moment, please.
At Wellington Dental, they offer cleaning, filling, whitening, and other services for the entire family. The time by Wellington Dental is
4 o'clock.
Busy making lists and buying gifts this holiday season? Waiting in line to pay your taxes shouldn't slow you down. Pay and do so much more online the easy way at jamaicatax.gov.jm. Tax Administration Jamaica, changing the way we do business.
In the face of a new normal, social distancing, Zoom birthday parties, and unconventional anniversaries, we wanted to take the time to remind you that your business has always been and will always be our priority. Exim Bank cares. Exim cares about your business. Exim cares about you.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and One Spot Media has a special gift for you and your family. Enjoy a 30% discount on our 6-month subscription plan and receive the gift of Jamaica's most authentic television and radio channels. Yep, you heard us correct. Enjoy a 30% discount when you purchase a 6-month subscription plan from One Spot Media. Simply log in to onespotmedia.com, select the 6-month subscription plan, and click subscribe. Offer ends January 31, so don't hesitate. Subscribe now and let One Spot Media connect you with home.
The following is a program advisory from Power 106 FM. Please be advised that the program Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas has been reduced to 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday, starting Monday, November 2. That is Dear Pastor, now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Power 106 FM apologizes for any inconvenience this program change may cause. The proceeding was a program advisory from Power 106 FM.
Thanks a lot for staying with us here on your program, both sides of the story. Power 106 FM still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Hello, are you still there?
Yes, Dervan.
Yes, sir. I'm just looking at, who is this? Chairman of the board, Norman Brown. And because you were asking who's the managing director, so I'm just trying to, let's see. Managing Director Gary Howell.
Mm-hmm.
And it lists as well the members of the board of directors, committees of the board, etc., etc. So I would want to, and I've been checking, but nowhere have I seen anything official to say that there was in fact a consummation of a merger or a there was a proposal that there be a merger. Special commission proposed the there should be a merger between NHT and HAJ, but I'm yet to find confirmation, and I've been going through. I'm yet to find confirmation that a merger, in fact, took place, unless I missed it. And based on the website and the information there's no reference to being a part of the NHT or the NHT being a part of the HAJ.
Well, all right, Dervan. If they are. And the question I would like to ask, since the since the 2014 election,
I'm not sure what is causing that. Is that your end or our end? I'm not sure. Your end. Hello? Is your check your phone? Is something resting on the handset?
No, only my hand. No, I am just holding the phone in my hand.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe sabotage.
I wonder where that would be coming from now.
Not from your side. Anyway, D,
yes.
Find out for me, because I know you're a person who do your research.
I try.
How many schemes has the housing agency of
Jamaica announced that they're since the 2014 election. And where did they get them? Because I know they were broke because they owe the NHT a lot of money before the 2014 election that they couldn't pay. And find out, where did they get all of that money that they claim, the number of schemes that they have turned out since 2014? And I want some answers from the PNP as well. Instead of fighting with yourselves, protect the Jamaican people money and stop the fussing and fighting and serve the Jamaican people. Because we cannot allow people to come and do, they're behaving as if, they remind me so much of this idiot in America, Trump. They're behaving like you do what you want to do, it don't matter. The press, most of the press is on your side because they're not commenting about anything. And other Jamaican.
Well, you know my thing with the press. If the press wasn't doing its job, we wouldn't know all of what we know.
Yes, Dervan, certain people, and I'm not talking the print media. Most of the time, I would say 99.9% of the time, these information you get and what I'm talking to you about came in the print press. I'm talking about the programs like yours, the others who are in there and they're always so vocal and moralist and certain things they don't touch. Those are the ones I'm talking about, Dervan.
Yeah, well, it's good that we have this platform and citizens like you who are prepared to call a program such as this and express yourself with no holes barred.
But you see, you know what annoys me? I'm not a Christian, Dervan, and I'm proud to tell you that. But you see, when it comes to honesty and morality, none of these so-called Christians can compete with me. I am putting myself up there. Right? And if you are wrong, you are wrong. If you're a thief, you must be denounced. Look how many wrongs have been done over the past 5 years. And the people who are the principal people involved in these wrongs, you give them bigger political post and they're chairman of this and chairman. And what is this so-called decent and the Christian people are saying? Well, because they're afraid?
Well, invariably it comes down, it ultimately boils down to the individual, because based on our system, if there is nothing that is, if people have not been found culpable, and if the charges are not criminal and in some instances maybe just purely pecuniary, then people will continue to enjoy whatever positions and whatever situations they are benefiting from. But in the final analysis, it's whether the individual has that sense of morality to be able to say, no, although I have not been found to be criminally culpable in this matter, it happened under my watch, and this should not have happened, and I'm stepping away from this position, which is the honorable thing to do. So that's the dilemma we face. Sorry, go ahead.
But Dervan,
yes,
if these things are hanging over your head, and a lot of these cases are with the so-called Integrity Commission, and you as a leader of a party, you permit those people, you don't say stand down, you put them up to run in elections same way, and these things are hanging over your head. The last contractor general who left, who they push under the bus, he said there were over 1,000 cases in front of the Integrity Commission that they have done nothing. Absolutely nothing. He said it, he didn't hide. The newly appointed gentleman, what's his name?
Greg Christie.
Greg Christie says he knows of 57 cases. He said that after he was appointed. What is happening there?
Well, he's in a position to do something about it, no?
No, and let me ask you something. Prior to this government, in this power to this.
Sorry, I missed a word or two there just now. Prior to this government, what?
Handing this power to the Integrity Commission, who would have dealt with cases like these?
It would be one. It depends. It depends, because we had the merger was the office of the contractor general. Goodness, I'm not remembering the others now. The contractor general, the Integrity Commission of Parliament.
But that was only to do with report of Parliament here and thing. Right?
Yeah, but it would fall to the fraud squad generally.
Aye. And what is happening now? Why has it been taken away? And the accountant general used to play a major part also. Right. And you see all these things, and most of the people who used to be very vocal and, quiet. And that is my problem. And when I look that we are going out of this year into a new year, I worry for my country.
Technically speaking, though, Jamaicans have never been quiet. You always have Jamaicans, vocal Jamaicans, on both sides.
Yes, but the ones who have always been quiet, who have never been quiet about criminality and corruption, very few people like you and a few others are speaking. And Ronnie Thwaites speaks out. But the one who have always been champion things that they know for a fact that there was no criminality in it. I give you an example. NetServe and Trafigura. There was no corruption there. Because if you remember the story of NetServe, we had Trafigura was a donation given to a company by a division of the PNP thing.
We're careful now, because here's the thing now. Here's the thing now, because you're touching on morality again now, because remember earlier on we were saying that there are people who might not be criminally culpable, but whatever they would have done or failed to do, in other words, by commission or omission, it would then boil down to their sense of morality in doing what they did or did not do.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So I keep, and you have been saying this for some time, compartmentalizing the fact that it's they were getting a donation from a foreign company.
Yes.
Right, and that it's against their law in that foreign country.
Yes.
But not in Jamaica, which is in and of itself, I'll say it, is corrupt.
But did you
that kind of thinking is corrupt.
Did you know that a company in that country, it was against the law to give donation to another country? Did you know that?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
No. I'm saying to you, it's against the law is it Netherlands?
The Netherlands, yes.
Right. I did not know that until this story broke. Did you know that it was against the law? Because there are a lot of foreign countries who it's not against the law to give donations.
No, but we're talking about the Netherlands now. And yes, how can people who aspire to or are engaged in public office have have accepted that? Should we give them the benefit of the doubt and say, well, maybe they didn't know that it was illegal?
Well, let the facts.
One
let the
one
facts
moment,
come out.
please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:15.
Join Jason Downer, Dawit Jeffrey, and Saku Hunter every second and fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. live and exclusively on Power 106 FM for Magaba's Raising Boys and the Journey to Manhood. Do you have a son? Are you the guardian for boys? Do you teach or work with boys? What are some of the challenges you face? Are you searching for answers? Are you concerned about the state of our nation boys and males in general? Raising boys, teaching boys, preparing boys. Magava Raising Boys and the Journey to Manhood. Join us.
Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas on Power 106 FM is now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. 1 hour of solid advice, great interaction, and a belly full of laughs. That's Dear Pastor, now 1 power-packed hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday here on Power 106 FM.
And you're trying to break free. I can see a new horizon underneath the blazing sky. I'll be where the eagles flying higher and higher. Gonna be a man in motion on a pair of wheels. Take me where my future's lying. Send devils fire.
Thanks for holding. Yeah, the essential point being made is that we have to be. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, that if we're going to stand up for principles and values, we have to be careful that we don't appear to be discounting certain acts of impropriety in comparison to others. So you discount one because, well, it's not illegal in Jamaica, it's illegal in a foreign country. So that is a lesser evil than being yes.
Listen to me carefully.
Yes.
I ask you this simple question because I know you're a well-learned person.
For me.
and did you know that country, a private company, could not give donation to somebody outside of that country?
But whether or not I know that or knew that is out of the question.
No, it's not.
What is that is the situation.
Yes.
So if you're now saying that when the story broke, you did not know that it was illegal.
Yes.
And you have subsequently, you have changed your position once you found out that it was illegal.
Yes.
So that's a different matter because
no, what
positions.
I'm saying, you see, you are saying that the person was immoral to take the money, and I'm saying to you, I didn't know. A lot of people did not know that it was illegal.
But ignorance is no excuse.
And
Ignorance is no excuse.
And even so, Dervan,
yes.
If you remember, there was no agreement with the government of this foreign country, with Jamaica. The prime minister of our country went and years after and decided to sign an agreement retroactively to give the courts of Netherlands authority to come here to question our citizens. You remember that?
Tony Leng used to say, if your name Gode, your name wouldn't call.
Yeah, you're dodging.
I'm not dodging. No. Which dodging? No. You see, you can't. How can you, as as people in government, or having served in government, or aspiring to be in government, and you don't know that it is illegal in the Netherlands to be accepting gift, and on what basis? What would have been the basis for giving for making a contribution, a Netherlands-based entity, for making a contribution to a Jamaican political representatives, just because they love them or they know them, or what?
All right, let me ask you this question. Is it illegal for any foreign company to give donation to a political party or a private company in Jamaica?
It was illegal for Trafigura Behir to have made the donation that they did.
No, I'm asking you. You're saying a foreign entity.
We're talking about the Netherlands.
Yes, but I'm saying, is it like that all over the world?
It doesn't take away. That's why I'm saying we don't need to go all over the world.
Dervan, don't misunderstand me. I am saying, if I didn't know that it was illegal for me to take a donation from somebody I deal with abroad, right? You can't really say I'm immoral.
Of course you're immoral.
How can you if you didn't know?
You are
Dervan?
immoral. You should never have done it in the first place.
Dervan, but there are companies that give, foreign companies that give donation to private company and other entity. If it's not illegal, period, how would you
It's
know?
illegal.
All right. Anyway, listen,
It's illegal.
Let us agree to
The point of the matter is we must avoid the business of selective or convenient morality, and so on. We have to, if something is wrong, it is wrong, and we have to be careful. This is why people, as my mother would say, take step, because they realize you're holding a particular position because of whatever reason, as opposed to being solidly about morality and integrity and honesty.
So you agree with me then, Dervan, that our government, whichever of them, they should pass a law that no entity in Jamaica should accept donation from any foreign government or foreign entity. Are you agree with me that we should put that in our constitution? So that nobody can say they didn't know.
The parliamentarians have to decide that. That's why they make legislation.
Well, I'm calling on them to do it quickly. And then no one can say I did not know. Do it that way if we are going to be this great moralist.
But we know but this is how the discussion started. We talk about NHT money and government doing as they feel like, and whatever, and so on, or what.
But
I'm just saying we can't keep excusing net serve, Trafigura, whatever Petrojam, etc. There, it speaks to honesty, integrity, trust, truth, all of those elements. And so if we're going to demand of our leaders a level, a standard, it cannot be that while we're doing that, we are seeking to play down other acts of impropriety.
You keep on saying this thing. I'm not trying to play down anything. I am asking questions. Don't misquote me. I'm not playing down anything. I'm not playing down anything. I'm
If it
saying,
is wrong, it is wrong.
Dervan, listen to me. I'm saying, if you don't know,
Ignorance is no excuse. I can't go in the court and tell them that I don't know. I can't tell them that I didn't know that the road was a one way, and that's why I drove up it.
How many companies that we deal with in the world? And
No.
and if it's illegal in one country, say no matter what business you do, right? And all the other country, it is not illegal, and you don't really know.
The country we're talking about is the Netherlands. It's one country we're talking about. One country, one company, one group of individuals who accepted the funds.
And you deal with several companies from abroad. That is not illegal, and you wouldn't know because I was surprised because I've never heard it before, and I try and follow world news and see what is illegal from what isn't illegal. And I'm saying, if I was in the position, I don't accept money from people really, so it probably wouldn't happen to me because I'm proud. I'm not into this handout and what have you. But I'm just asking a simple question, I'm just being devil's advocate. That's all I'm doing.
No, I'm just saying if something was wrong 20 years ago, unless there was a change, as in marijuana, for example, possession, which at years ago would have been against the law, and there was a change, and now people want expulsion, to expunge records, etc. Outside of that, if it was wrong 20 years ago, it's still wrong today. If it was wrong then, it is wrong now, and it will be wrong in the future.
So you are saying that although there was no agreement with our country that if one of our citizens do something that illegal, you even though you cannot put any charge on our citizen, we went ahead and passed a retroactive law so that our citizen can be questioned in a court of law. It's okay.
If what is done is in keeping with the laws and the Constitution of Jamaica, so be it. If it is done in breach of people's rights, that's a different matter.
So was it right for our government to go and pass a law retroactively to give a foreign country the authority to question our citizen in the court?
If people felt that strongly about it, then people should have taken the government to court, as we have seen done on numerous occasions and have been successful.
But what I would really like, Katie, if you're listening, I would like you to get in touch with Dervan, because you are the top lawyer in this, and explain it to me and the Jamaican people, because I want to know what has transpired and what is still happening. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think this thing is either lining up to go to the Privy Council or something, or it has gone there. So we would like to know, as a Jamaican, I would like
but
to
that
know.
is the place for it to be tested. Anybody who is going, any government that is going to make laws or put forward, we have seen most recently with NIDS, the National Identification System. We have seen people if you feel that your rights are being violated, if you feel that the government in taking some action is breaching the Constitution, take it to the court.
What isn't it in the court? Hasn't the people that represent the PNP as this in court for quite a while now?
Both sides have been in court for quite a while.
Anyway, I just want to know.
So that doesn't change anything. That doesn't change anything. Again, boy, Tony Lang said some gems. If your name Gode, your name wouldn't call.
Yeah, but Dervan, you still. So my thing is it right or legal for my government to go and pass a law retroactively for an incident that took place when there was no agreement where you or I could be prosecuted because of
Oh, I'm
something
sorry.
that
We need to take the break.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:30.
COVID-19 is still here. Always wear your mask correctly while in public places, covering your nose and mouth at all times. Masks should never be worn over the head, under your chin, below your nose, or hanging from your ears. Recovery from COVID-19 can take up to 60 days or more. The mask or the ventilator? You choose. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Listen to the story of the Jamaican diaspora on Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. during both sides of the story with host Dervan Malcolm, the story of Jamaicans at home and abroad. That's Diaspora Check-In every Wednesday during both sides of the story, brought to you by GK Western Union. Receive money directly into your bank account today.
Thanks for staying with us here on your program, Both Sides of the Story. Poro 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com. Que hora es en español? Son las 5:28. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5:28. Ciencia, TDN le, Wu Dien, Cha Ar Shur Ba Fen. 28 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Have you had a checkup lately? If not, now is a good time. Let's not wait till we get sick to get a checkup. And hello to all the schoolers listening to us, all the students from the early childhood level to the secondary level. Well, we know it's holiday time. You're on a break. Enjoy the break. Please continue to be safe. And remember that even when school is out, homework is always in, because homework is about preparation, and proper preparation prevents poor performance. And as we all know, young people, socialization makes you educable, education makes you trainable, training makes you employable, and the right attitude makes you successful. Homework time, young people. And parents and guardians, do you know where your children are? Are they where they're supposed to be, doing what they're supposed to be doing? It's a good time to check up on the children. A good time for us to continue with more on your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM. Yes, sir.
Eddie, I won't hold you no longer. Let somebody else have a say. And it's been nice talking to you, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the year.
Thank you.
And you
Same
take
to you.
care.
All the
right?
best.
Okay, then.
Bye-bye. This is your program, Both Sides of the Story, Poro 106 FM, still streaming live on the Gleaners website, go-jamaica.com, live on your smart devices all over the world, taking your calls on 876-922-4112-5. And for those who are out of the loop, here's one of the many stories that would have been written further to the call just now. This one was published by the Jamaica Information Service. The story says the House of Representatives, this is dated the 26th of November 2007, the House of Representatives last week approved a resolution giving permission to the Dutch authorities to continue investigations of Trafigura Bahir in Jamaica. The resolution, which was brought to the lower house by Prime Minister Bruce Golding, seeks to affirm a ministerial order as the first of several steps to allow Dutch investigators into the island to assist in the criminal investigation against the company. The investigations began in January 2007. In November 2006, Mr. Golding, in his capacity as leader of the opposition, wrote to the National Investigation Unit and National Public Prosecutor for Corruption, requesting them to conduct an investigation into the payment of Trafigura Bahir of $31 million to an entity known as CCOC Association, which was linked to the then Minister of Government, Colin Campbell. During last week's sitting, November 13, 2007, during last week's sitting of the House of Representatives, Mr. Golding said that the government is of the view that the issues surrounding the payment by Trafigura to entities to which government officials were connected warrant much deeper investigation than have up to now been carried out. Mr. Golding, in seeking approval of the resolution, dismissed suggestions put forward by opposition spokesman on foreign affairs and foreign trade, Anthony Hilton, that giving the Dutch authorities leave to conduct the investigations in the island could open up the country to possible violation. Mr. Hilton said that the opposition is not opposing the request simply to be obstructive, as we feel this is a matter which requires ventilation, but noted that any widespread granting of authority to undertake that kind of investigation would have implications for our own domestic regulations. What is being sought here is that the Dutch are seeking to enter the jurisdiction to undertake certain activities that are the prerogative of sovereign states. Any widespread grant of authority to undertake that kind of investigation will have implication necessarily for the Constitution and for the sovereignty of our country, Hilton said. We have to be very clear that there are certain safeguards. The opposition at this time is saying that whilst it understands the necessity for the order, the scope of the order and what is being granted has to be tailored so that safeguard measures are in place. So it seems what the then opposition spokesman on foreign affairs and foreign trade, Anthony Hilton, was saying at the time is that they're not opposing they were not opposing the request simply to be obstructive, because they felt it's a matter which required ventilation. But what they were concerned about was the breadth, BREADTH, the breadth and the scope of and the remit which would be given to the foreign authorities. Because, as he said, this would have implications for domestic regulations. But he wasn't saying that the opposition was against investigating the matter. And he goes on, right, we have to be very clear that there are certain safeguards. The opposition at this time is saying that whilst it understands, the opposition was saying it understands the necessity, keyword, for the order, the scope of the order, and what is being granted has to be tailored so that safeguard measures are in place. Mr. Golding, in his response, said that there are a number of safeguards built into the Mutual Assistance Act, which will guide the conduct of the investigations and which give discretionary powers to the Director of Public Prosecutions, the central authority named in the Act. We do feel that it is a matter which requires serious investigation. We thought it was significant that both Jamaica and the Netherlands are signatories to the United Nations Convention Against Transnational Organized Crime. So there is no incompatibility between us or congruence in responding to the request for legal assistance. And the matter is, in fact, still before the courts. Let's see where it all ends up. Let's clear some more messages now here on your program, both sides of the story, Power 106 FM. Yeah, no, we're just saying let's be mindful that the same knife where stick sheep, stick goat. Or put another way, the same knife where stick sheep supposed to stick goat too. That's essentially what we're saying. And people are free to take any position they want to take. But once we start to go down the line of morality, it's a straight line. We're then seeking to walk the straight and narrow. And if we're going to walk the straight and narrow, let's walk the straight and narrow. If we're going to deviate, then let's say, all right, we're going to deviate from the straight and narrow for the sake of so and so or whatever, even though that might not be morally acceptable, but at least one has been upfront to say, well, that's what I'm doing right now, right? So we have to get to that point. We have to get to that point where if it is wrong, if something is wrong, it is wrong. As if it is wrong, it is wrong. And we're not perfect as human beings. One of the stories on the Gleaner app, tells us about the RGR Gleaner Communications Group, where the chairman of the RGR Gleaner Group, Joseph Matalon, has now said that he would never again publicly endorse a political candidate. At the same time, he said the board of the media conglomerate has updated its corporate governance guidelines now, restricting political affiliation for directors. Our board has determined that no one active in politics will serve on our board, and directors will not make endorsements of anyone seeking or holding political office, Matalon said in a statement. The chairman had come under intense criticism for publicly endorsing Mark Golding in October this year in his bid to become president of the People's National Party. According to Matalon, he has listened to the journalistic staff of the media group of which the Gleaner is a part and understands how, as chairman, his freedom of expression has to be exercised for all stakeholders. And the statement goes on. In other words, he has come to a point where he's certain that he did the wrong thing. And he has given a commitment that that will never happen again. And he has gone a step further by, in conjunction with the board, in putting in place a policy that says this must never, ever happen. So that is the expectation. You do something that is wrong, you own up to it. I tell people all the time, I don't want anybody to give me any skip in the line. I'm sorry, I don't want. If you see me waiting in line, don't offer me any skip. I don't want any skip. I want to be treated like everybody else. And I make decisions, and I live and die by my decisions. And I myself will agree with whoever is looking to prosecute me one way or another that I did something wrong and I must suffer the consequences of my actions. I don't have any problems with that. I am prepared to own up to whatever I do or fail to do. And then whatever flows from that. And I'm not perfect. None of us is. We're all fallible. We're all fallible. To err is human. But one moment, please.
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
4:45.
Join Jason Downer, Dawit Jeffrey, and Sekou Hunter every second and fourth Thursday at 8 p.m. live and exclusively on Power 106 FM for Magaba's Raising Boys and the Journey to Manhood. Do you have a son? Are you the guardian for boys? Do you teach or work with boys? What are some of the challenges you face? Are you searching for answers? Are you concerned about the state of our nation boys and males in general? Raising boys, teaching boys, preparing boys. Magaba Raising Boys and the Journey to Manhood. Join us.
Dear Pastor with Reverend Dr. Aaron Dumas on Power 106 FM is now 1 hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday. 1 hour of solid advice, great interaction, and a belly full of laughs. That's Dear Pastor, now 1 power-packed hour, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday to Thursday here on Power 106 FM.
¿Qué hora es en español? Son las 5 menos 14. Quelle heure est-il en français? Les 5h moins 14. 现在地点了5点加14分. 14 minutes to 5 o'clock in the afternoon here at Broadcast House, 32 Lyndhurst Road, Kingston 5, St. Andrew, Jamaica. Good afternoon to all working Jamaicans tuned in to both sides of the story here on Power 106 FM. It's a good time for us to ask ourselves, how productive have we been today? How productive have we been today? And I want to stay with this subject. I'm going to come back to the previous subject to wrap. But since we're on to productivity, you would recall, those who listen to this program, that from time to time we pay tribute to the great Robert Lightburn because of his work, his role in the industrialization of Jamaica. And it was brought to our attention. We hadn't gotten around to reading the Sunday Gleaner. These days we read the paper online. And it was brought to our attention that on page, let's just confirm the page here. I think it's page C2 of the Sunday Gleaner. A picture, one of the pictures on this page, the Minister of Industry, Investments and Commerce, Audley Shaw, presenting the Robert Lightburn Award for productivity and competitiveness to Sheldon Sharp, packaging manager of Red Stripe, during the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters 2020 Awards held recently. Now, the Robert Lightburn's body of work is there for all to read about. And the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association can give us chapter and verse on that, along with, we could call some more names, but for the time being. But whoever gets the biggest trophy, whatever is the biggest trophy at the JMEA Awards, should actually be the Robert Lightburn Award. That's the least we can do. I mean, I don't know, is it, maybe it's politics, I don't know what it is, but we seem to have played down the contribution of Robert Lightburn over the decades. I don't know what it is. We know there's a school named in his honor, but we want to revisit this business of if you're going to honor the memory and the work and the contribution of an individual, you want to do so in a way that keeps that legacy going, a way that keeps that tradition going. And I mean, I've read the stories, I've read the the information on that body of work. And I'm saying we see now that there's a Robert Lightburn Award. Now, I'm still trying to confirm if this award, how young or how old is this award? Because I'd never heard about it before. In paying attention to the when it was JMA, now JMEA awards over the years. The award for productivity and competitiveness. And it's an award that Red Stripe has won before. And I don't recall it being designated as the Robert Lightburn Award. But this would have been done by the JMEA anyway. But what about the rest? I don't know. I maybe need to do some more research to find out if politics is at the heart of that, as to why we haven't played up more the work of the great Robert Lightburn. Just a thought. This was brought to my attention by, as I was saying to the caller earlier on, he brought to my attention the story on page C3, and I was saying to him, funny that he should have done that, because earlier on today I got a call off air asking me to look at, because the person always heard me talk about Robert Lightburn, to look at page C3. So perhaps another time we'll deal with it, but we just thought would mention that. In other words, if we're hoping to transform Jamaica's economy, to really transform Jamaica's economy, here is a man who did it, who led that, made sure that our people were trained. Remember in the industrialization that took place in England? Well, that is where he lived and took quite a number of Jamaicans to the UK to get the kind of training that would then be employed in the industries. And I think we have listed on this program before the number of factories that were in the parish of St. Thomas alone. And Robert Lightburn is from St. Thomas. St. Thomas alone. So I'm saying if that is where, if we want to take the country to that place, then can we fashion our future in such a way that it is cognizance of a time past when we were really manufacturing, we were really making things in Jamaica and exporting as well. That's where we need to get back, at least to get back to that place. I mean, a lot has changed since then. We know the dynamics have changed. But it starts with a mindset. And just as how we read, those of us who read books on great leaders and great manufacturers and great engineers, we draw inspiration from them, and we make new their work, their so-called old works. But it's that inspiration that would drive the new works. We're just saying. And just to go back, we thank the caller for raising the subject as he started talking about NHT, etc., and then brought us to a place where we started talking about morality. Because if we clearly have to raise the bar and keep raising it in Jamaica. As far as good governance is concerned, we have to keep raising that bar. But it cannot be for us to expect one set of people, as in the politicians, one set of people, as in the politicians, and don't expect to raise the bar for every single one of us as citizens of this country in terms of how we behave as individuals, how we comport ourselves as individuals, and the role we play in further damaging what's left of the moral fabric of this country, or further destroying the moral fabric of this country. We must recognize that we have that responsibility too. And if more of us are at that place where we raise the bar, the standards, as far as integrity, honesty, trust, morality, and all these things are concerned, that we put these at the center of our affairs, the more we do that, the more uncomfortable this country will become for those who want to do otherwise. That's the idea. That's the idea. The more we advocate and agitate and challenge the things that are happening or not happening in this country, whether from a moral standpoint or otherwise, the closer we'll get to that place where we can all be proud of Jamaica, land we love, in every sense of that expression and feeling and term, in every area of life in Jamaica. That's where we need to go. And so thanks to the caller for raising these matters. This is where we need to go. And what is good for the geese or the goose is good for the gander. And as we said, the same knife where stick sheep must stick goat. And the place must, or households, or communities, or churches, or schools, or enterprises, media, etc., must become even more uncomfortable for those who would seek to take us down a path of destruction. Can we thank you once again for the privilege of serving you on yet another edition of your program, Both Sides of the Story, for today, Tuesday, the 29th of December, 2020. The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on, nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all your tears wash out a word of it. All things being well, Both Sides of the Story returns tomorrow afternoon, 2 to 5, and we're just seeing a breaking story popping up of the first case of the variant virus in the United States now. First case recorded. That's what Fox News is reporting. Yeah. Let's continue to be safe. Jamaicans and everybody else all over the globe. Let's continue to be safe. These are the times, was it Thomas Paine who said it, that try men's souls. Take care.
I can
You're listening to Power 106 FM. The time is now
5 o'clock.
News, comprehensive, powerful, and credible.
Power 106 FM now presents a simulcast of Radio Jamaica's News at 5.